What's up, guys? Welcome to the Natty Bros. We are driving right now to Atlantic City, and we got our good friend JP in the back. He's a fellow arm wrestler,
What's up,
so we're pretty
everybody?
excited to have him in the video. So he'll be giving his opinion to some of these matches as well.
Yep.
So we're just gonna run through the card and just talk about the upcoming matches that we're gonna watch tomorrow.
Yeah, so the first match we got Kevin Palco versus Joseph Moranto. I think that could go either way. Like, I don't know a whole lot about either of those guys.
Yeah, I met Kevin at East First West in Orlando, and then I think I friended him on Facebook, and he has a pretty big YouTube following.
Yeah.
He makes some cool videos.
I haven't heard much about these guys. I watched a few interviews about Kevin. I know he's been in the sport for a while,
Yeah,
so I'm excited to watch it, though.
yeah, that'd be a good one.
And then we got an absolute banger. We got Paul Lynn versus
Oh, yeah.
Krasny. That's going to be a really fun one, I think.
I got my guy Paul Lynn taking that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're both gonna be banging inside. I think.
Whoa.
I,
What did you do?
Pause.
I think Paul Lynn is
Here's Jape.
he has more weapons because he can also top roll.
Yeah.
Krause
He's really good
only
inside.
really goes in. I think it's just going to end up them both going inside.
We'll see who has more heart, honestly.
I think Paul Lynn has more options.
Yeah. And then I actually really like this left arm because I haven't seen Tobias in a while, but we got Corey West versus Tobias Sporon.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, I honestly I have no idea who's gonna win that one. Corey has been looking really good. But Tobias, I saw a picture of him.
Yeah,
That man bulked.
he looks huge now.
He got way bigger. So that
He
one,
has to. Corey's an absolute gorilla.
yeah, the gorilla. I don't think that one's a shutout. There's no way. I think that one's gonna be close. I don't know.
Tobias is really good. I just don't know if Corey West is just way too big.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like, Tobias is a great arm wrestler, but I don't know if his skills are enough to overcome like the weight and size gap.
So,
Yeah.
what's the prediction?
I think the obvious is Corey is winning
probably.
this, but I think Tobias, if the weight and strength gap is anywhere near, I think Tobias takes it
Yeah, he has. It's definitely
because he can press, he can top roll, like he's a very versatile puller.
This next match is also great. I can't have a favorite because they're all really good. Matt Mass versus Marcio Barbosa.
This is my favorite
yeah.
match of the card.
Yeah,
my
this is
favorite.
one of my favorites. I love both of these guys. So fun to watch.
I'm so pumped for this one. These guys have some history with each other.
Oh yeah,
So I'm so excited. As a Brazzi, I gotta go with my guy Marzio, but I'm a huge Matt Mass fan as well. So
Marcio, he can top roll, he can go inside. So I think what he wants to do is if he gets Matt inside, I think it's over. But Matt is just so good in the setup. His hand's so big. He can get so tall. If he gets what he wants and he's able to top roll him, it will just be over in a second.
I think Matt's winning. That's my prediction.
He's been looking really good.
He's been looking
But
good.
if it gets stopped at all and it gets inside at all, Marcio has it.
Yeah, Marcio I would say, has better endurance. But I have seen Matt pulling a hook a couple times, which is kind of crazy to see. Next one, Lachlan Adair versus Lars Robakin.
Yeah.
I'm giving that one to Lars hands down.
I'd have to agree.
Lars has been on a losing streak. We saw him in person
Yeah.
and against Matt Mask. But Lars just has so many weapons. Like, Lachlan's really strong, but technically he's just not there. Lars has been pulling for a while. He has a flop wrist press.
Yeah.
He has a king's move. He's just so versatile. I don't think Lachlan can deal with all of those weapons he has.
Then we got Dave Chafee versus Gabor Dukat.
Yeah, it's an old guy versus a young. I think he's might be more than double his age.
Yeah.
So
I'm supporting America on this one. Dave Chafee for me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
well.
Dave, I know he's been having a rough time, but he said he's back, that he's
Well,
not
he
injured,
got
like he's
that-
feeling good.
At East First West, he got that good win against the Italian guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I know exactly who you're talking
Lampanelli.
about.
Frank,
Lampanelli,
yeah,
Frank
Frank.
Lampanelli.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then we got, this is also an interesting one. I wasn't really expecting this. Sandris versus Rustin Babayev.
yeah,
I'm not. This one I don't.
Yeah, Rustam looked good at East vs. West. When
Yeah,
we
he
met
did.
in Orlando. He got the big win against Paul Lynn.
It was a war.
Sandris, he did lose to Masick at the
Yeah,
WAF, I think it
the
was.
world champ, WF world title.
I'm going with Babayev. He's just such a veteran. I think he has it. But Sanders he's good.
And now we got Gabby versus Babora.
Oh yeah, best women in the world.
Number one woman. I think Babora's got it.
We haven't seen Gabby pull in a while.
Yeah.
Like I have no idea what her level is.
I just haven't seen anything change enough that it would change. Like, because
Did it?
Babora beat her last time. Right?
She did,
I
yeah.
don't
But
remember.
it was a fight though.
Yeah.
It was an absolute battle.
How long ago was it?
I don't even know. It wasn't that recent.
Just that everyone she's pulled has just been so much lighter than her.
Yeah.
So I think Gabby is somewhere close. So I think it will be more of a match.
And then I'm just realizing there's only one left hand match on the card. The
The
rest
Corey
are right.
West, right?
Yeah, the Corey
Yeah.
West. And now we got the big celebrities.
Oh yeah.
Both of these guys are more famous than any arm wrestler. They both have more subscribers than any arm wrestling channel. They're both more famous. We got Brian Shaw and Eddie the Beast Hall.
Dude, been
Yeah,
watching
this
these
is-
guys for years. They're so funny together.
They're
Before I
hilarious.
knew arm wrestling existed, I followed both these guys when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like 13, 14
Yeah.
years old. Like I want to get a picture with
Yeah,
Brian and
they-
Eddie so bad.
They're bringing
like,
so much
just to-
eyes,
like, I
so
just
many
wanna
eyes to arm
shake their
wrestling.
hand. Yeah.
Dude, I love those guys. Been watching them forever.
Even they've already been making videos making fun of each other. Brian like got fart spray and
Yeah.
sprayed all over
Yeah.
Eddie.
I've been
like-
watching all the interviews.
Yeah.
This King of the Table has been so much fun to watch all the hype. Everyone got there like Tuesday. Like people have been there for a while.
Yeah, they've been such a positive
But
towards.
but in saying that, I got Brian. Like come on.
So I think there's a lot to be said. I've been listening to all the interviews with like Neil Pickup and everything, and I just watched that one they posted the other day. It was Brian Shaw's podcast with Neil and Devin, and it sounds like Eddie's going to press, and I'm like, and Devin's saying he's like, if he presses, he's gonna break his arm.
Well, they talked about in the rules meeting today that if they see a dangerous position
Yeah.
for them, they're stopping the
But-
match.
If
Yeah,
Eddie
they did
right
say
away
that.
goes
That's right.
boom, they can't stop it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I think he's gonna press because all of the qualities that Neil was talking about of Eddie, he's like he's crazy. He would rather die than give up. Like
Oh,
those are all like when he did the deadlift, the 500 kg deadlift, he almost
insane,
died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're a
But-
noob at arm wrestling, those aren't the best.
I haven't
quality.
seen a single video of Eddie pressing though.
No.
True. So yeah, I think all of us are giving that to
So
Brian.
so Neil could just be playing games and saying that.
yeah.
But it would be cool to see Eddie take a round or two.
Oh, I would love that. I did. There's a shutout stake, and Brian Shaw was already sold out on our bets.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I put like $15 on Eddie
15
To win
jeez.
what? To win one
to
round?
win one.
Yeah,
I think he can do it. Like so when
I don't know.
when Brian did his super match against that Arm Wars
Yeah.
guy, the first match he was just so like he just got beat right away. It was
Yeah,
just
but
an
Eddie
inexperience.
also looks really
Ed-
slow.
Eddie has more. Eddie looks way more explosive. His explosivity is crazy.
Yeah,
Like
I think
he's
Eddie
really
is the
explosive.
more explosive
Yeah.
athlete.
So I
but-
could see first round Eddie having a good setup because Devin even said he's like Brian needs to go slow. Like he literally said that. Like so if Eddie just right away hits him,
But
Why do
he's
you
not
think
gonna
he needs to
top
go
roll.
slow?
that's what Devin said
Because when
because he's not technical enough.
Oh,
to-
because he doesn't want him to hurt himself.
Yeah.
when
Okay.
Shaw got beat that first round, it was a top roll.
Yeah.
And I don't think Eddie's gonna be doing any top roll.
I just want to see like a
His-
war inside. That's what I
his-
want to see.
No, it's not going to happen.
I would like to see it though. I think
They
that would be
don't-
the most.
neither
I
of them
think
know how to
I think
pull
Devin has been teaching Brian to not
Yeah.
bring it inside.
Yeah.
So I know that his main move is probably going to be a hook, but his open chop roll looks decent.
Yeah.
Like
kinda
it does. It's kind of like his pulling style, like when he did that super match against Neil. It's like kind of a cupped, like pronated.
I just
Like,
think
yeah.
Brian is literally just gonna like go like this to him though, because I mean,
Well, if you watch their matches before, because when they both didn't know how to pull, they pulled, and it was pretty close. Like Eddie
Yeah.
actually pulled him over, and then they both just had no technique. Like
Yeah.
Eddie was saying, he was like he used to arm wrestle like this.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all he knew. But Eddie has, I think, pulled a little bit more. Like when he at the expo, he pulled the other strong man. So like he has some experience on the table.
I saw a video that Robert Oberst just
I
he
saw
pulled
that
with
too.
Alan Fisher. So like all these strongmen coming into arm wrestling is terrifying for like arm wrestlers, like because he was going against Alan Fisher, and Alan couldn't move him.
Yeah.
He like was trying it. It seemed like he was trying, and Robert had no idea what he was doing, but he's just that strong.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
comes a point where if the difference in strength is too much,
Technique
the technique
doesn't
goes out the window. You can't do anything.
All right, and now we got the main event. Our boy Jerry Big Daddy Cataret versus Levon Sagnishvili. I said that pretty well.
You did. Yeah, that
What
was
are your
great.
opinions on this one, JP?
I think if Jerry can stop this match, I think he has a lot of people are saying Jerry has a 10% chance, 20% chance.
Yeah.
I think it might be a little closer to 30,
Yeah.
maybe even to 40, because
The stakes are shutout, right?
yeah, I believe so. Because
Did you bet on
I did. I bet on Jerry.
Levon's
Nice.
weakness, if you can even say he has a weakness,
Yeah.
is the press. And
I'd say
who's the
so.
best presser
We
in the
saw
world?
that with Hermes.
It's Big Daddy Jerry.
It is. It is.
And Levon didn't even finish that match against Hermes because of endurance.
Right.
So
Yeah.
one thing about Jerry that's very different is he's fit now. He's
Lost
kind of
weight.
slim,
You lean down.
but
Yeah.
he's extremely strong. But he has that endurance piece.
What he said is that he's gotten a little bit stronger and his fitness level has gone way up.
Oh yeah, he's like walking. He's doing some cardio. So like he's already amazing
He's
at
healthy,
endurance. Like you add onto that endurance against someone who's notoriously bad at endurance, round 2 or
Yeah.
3, if it stops at all.
Yeah,
I-
he's just got to stop.
I don't even know
it.
if Levon can stay on the table.
I don't know if I don't think in any way Jerry gets flash pinned every round. Like I just
No.
can't see
Not
that
every round.
happening.
He's
think
too
I can't.
good.
maybe first
He's
two
too
rounds.
strong. Maybe first 2 rounds, but like third, fourth round, I don't see it. Like
Because Jerry's move is just right away. Boom.
Bang.
He's trying to push Levon's elbow off the back of the pad.
yeah,
He goes from corner to corner. Boom. Like that, unless like what Hermes did, he just grips him low
yeah.
and just doesn't let him do it. I know Jerry was sick then, so
Yeah,
who knows? But like, I don't think Levon can stay on the table for that long. Like
No.
some of those
Yeah.
wars that Jerry's had recently, with like Georgie, for instance,
Oh
But-
yeah.
one of those rounds, Levon would be oxygen mask. He wouldn't be able to pull. So if Jerry, all he has to do is outlast him. He doesn't
Yeah.
have to pin him. He just has to. He has to outlast him.
Well, what
Yeah.
Jerry said too is he was like, I felt good about seeing Levon and how big he is because he did not slim down for this match.
yeah.
And
He
he
looks
said
exactly the same.
That's Levon's weakness.
Yeah.
And it is like if he was to have any weakness, it would be the flopper's press or whatever, and endurance. Those would be his weaknesses. And guess what? Big Daddy's got both. of them.
Those are his strengths.
So let's look at the Hermes match. So the big difference is, yes, Hermes got him into the flop wrist press and probably would have pinned him if Levon didn't have to go out of the match.
That wasn't
Yeah.
his goal going into the match, though. He wanted to beat him his way. He
Yeah.
had to resort to the flop
Yeah.
wrist
Yeah.
press.
But I'm saying the reason why he got to set the flop wrist press was because of his top roll. Hermes is so extremely strong, probably the second best top roller behind Levon. So he was able to keep his pronation and then get into a flop wrist press.
Yeah.
Jerry doesn't have that. So
No,
even
yeah.
though his press is way better,
He's got to get there.
I don't know if he won't be able to get there as easily as Hermes did. So if he just goes right into the flop wrist press, we have no idea what that looks like. Because every time Hermes top rolled, he kept his pronation and then he got into it.
Right.
So we don't know how Jerry can set it.
And no one has done this against Levon before, really.
No.
So it's like we don't know how Levon is planning on countering it. he's alluded that he literally is gonna hook. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen or if he's gonna just grip low and try to do like a modified top roll.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. When me and Nick were talking to Jerry
Nick
about
Stone.
it, Nick Stone, that's what we were saying. He's just gonna grip low. He's not gonna hook, but he's just gonna try to contain him and just stay on top
Yeah,
and not let him slip.
do what Irvin's
Um,
did.
So there was a video that came out either today or yesterday, and Devin was talking to Levon. He's like, "Oh, you know how to beat Jerry? You just grip him low." And then Levon was like, "Shh." So like that, I think Levon knows like
Yeah, Levon's extremely smart.
Levon-
that's how you beat him.
People don't understand.
Yeah.
They think he's just this big brute. He's like
He
one
has
of
it
the
all.
smartest arm wrestlers. Like,
And he flop wrist pressed against Devin. Like we've
He
never
did,
seen
yeah.
that.
and then he top rolled. Then he top rolled him.
Yeah, he's the most complete
Like-
arm wrestler.
That was
Ever.
so weird. That match was so weird. He was like, "Oh, I was just kind of worried because my wrist was still injured, so I just like didn't try as hard, and then I just destroyed him." Like,
Yeah,
But seeing this live is gonna be insane.
amazing.
Like
seeing
I
all these
remember
guys.
watching when Devin held Levon in the center.
Oh
and
yeah.
I was watching the pay-per-view and like
We were watching it together. We were starting
Yeah,
screaming.
the excitement was insane. And then so I think we'll get that sort of level because this is like the number one match. In Orlando, East versus West, those matches were amazing. Like the
they
John
were
Brink
so
match,
awesome.
the Michael Todd match, the
Oh,
Devin match,
The
the
Jerry
Jerry
match.
match. Like we freaked out for all of them. They were all awesome. But this is different.
This is the pinnacle.
This is for the number one spot.
Number
in the
one.
world. Number one spot. Whoever wins this is number one.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone has come as close as Jerry will. Like I think he has the best chance out of anyone.
I agree.
See,
He,
So,
he has
like,
the key.
If Jerry wins in person, in front of his home crowd,
That's gonna be
because we're gonna be
insane.
there. A lot of
we're gonna be
a
screaming.
lot of the people from his team are gonna be there.
Screaming.
It's gonna be USA every single time.
Every
Like
time.
the vibes are gonna be immaculate. And then when Eddie the Beast Hall comes out, it's gonna be so fucking intense. Like I can't wait to see that. The music's gonna be playing. He's gonna like scream and be so intense. I'm really looking forward to that.
And then Brian Shaw, that monster of a man. We see his like fun, really nice guy side. When you see him compete in strongman, he gets intense.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's like one-on-one again,
Yeah.
because like he's gonna get mad, he's gonna get angry.
Oh,
That
he
is
can-
terrifying.
You can flip that switch.
Oh, yeah.
And
That
it's
is terrifying.
both,
Oh, yeah.
both of them, more than anyone else on that stage, even like the veteran arm wrestlers, they know how to compete. They've done stuff that the other arm wrestlers could never think
They've
of.
risked more than I think.
Oh
any
yeah,
arm wrestler.
Eddie risked his life to get that 500 kg.
Yeah.
He talks about it like he could have died.
He went
like,
to a dark place.
He,
Yeah, he
he
did.
went to the place where it's like I'm lifting this off, like my children. I'm lifting the car up
Yeah.
because he only could lift 460 kg in practice, and then he's like, I went to a dark place where it's like this is life or death. I'm doing it. So like, and then Brian's won what 4 World's Strongest Men.
He's
Yeah.
Like
possibly
they
number one ever.
they know how to prepare like no one else. Like the way they compete, they've like Eddie's done fights. Like they're professionals. Like
This is
they've
different.
given their lives to this.
And
Like-
no matter what Eddie's saying, he's like, "Oh, Brian's gonna beat me, this and that."
Oh yeah.
We all know Eddie wants to
He
beat
wants,
Oh,
he wants to win.
100%.
He like they're friends and whatever, but
He
they're
wants
not
to
going to be
beat him.
friends tomorrow on that stage. They're not.
Like think of it. They used
They're
to compete.
competitors.
They used to compete against each other in World's Strongest Man, and Brian is being touted as like all of the Reddit comments are like, "Oh, Brian Shaw's gonna beat Levon." Blah blah blah, and it's so much attention to the
So
to
much.
arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And then Devin's gassing him up. And then
Yeah.
Eddie's like, I've done this for 6 weeks. I'm training for an MMA fight. And I'm just going to go in here and beat my best friend. It's going to be amazing. Like, that's what he just, like, wants to
He wants to
ruin.
go in there and end Brian Shaw's arm wrestling
Oh,
career
yeah.
before it even starts.
Oh, yeah. And they both said it. Like, I'll break their arm. Like,
Yeah.
Brian
They're
was like,
serious. They're not
Yeah.
kidding.
if Eddie tries to press me, I'm going to break his arm. So they're both willing to, like, put their body on the line. So they're not seasoned arm wrestlers.
Not at all.
But the
Not even a little bit.
intensity they're gonna bring is gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was
We're
our predictions. You can
So
tell we're all
pumped.
pretty excited. Like I don't talk this much, this fast. I said a lot more words. And we got another 4 or 5 hours to drive. We're going to get there around midnight. Hopefully see some people. Hopefully have fun. Really looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to record after polls. We're going to try to get some interviews. We're going to do whatever we can.
Oh, I bet there's going to be a bunch of Natty Bros fans just waiting for us. We're getting there at midnight. There's going to be like 100
Absolutely.
people just waiting for us to come
That's
in.
like most of our
It's like, "Wow!"
subscribers.
Devin will be like, they made it. Yeah.
We got our Natty Bro shirts. We're going to be wearing them all day tomorrow.
Let's go.
All right, Natty Bros out.